Hello and welcome back to Tinker Talks Guns. I'm here today in beautiful Gig Harbor, Washington area. Gorgeous day in June. Happy Father's Day to you who are fathers. And we're going to do a little bit of Model 20 on Model 20 action here. What we have in the hands of Sgt.Joe is a JC Higgins Model 20. What I have in my hands is a JC Higgins Model 20. The difference is that Joe's is set up as a slug gun for hunting in addition to self-defense. It features a red dot sight. Who makes the red dot?
I have no idea.
I think it's a Trijicon.
It is a Trijicon.
Yeah, Trijicon red dot sight for slug hunting. This is the gun that I recently shortened and permanently affixed a POWerPak choke to, as demonstrated in a previous video. And we're going to see how the 18.5-inch barrel compares to this gun with the POWerPak choke. Now, this is a medium range choke, so I assume that's a modified choke. And this is cylinder bore. And we're going to be shooting some low recoil buckshot at a couple of targets yonder and see what the results are. So,
neat.
Let's get to it.
Let's do the thing.
Okay, first up, am I well framed, not too small?
It's beautiful.
Okay.
You look great, bro.
First up is the slug gun with the 18.5-inch cylinder bore barrel. I'm going to shoot the right-hand target.
Good.
Now let's see how that goes. Safety off. Okay. Nice big hole from the wad. All right, let's try on the left target. Safety off. The compensated gun. I didn't really notice any appreciably smaller recoil. Let's walk up and have a look at those.
Okay.
So that's interesting. Both targets indicate I can't shoot. There's the wad holes. And we have a 3.5-inch group at 10 yards from the choked shotgun, from the compensated shotgun. Cylinder bore, we don't know because, as I mentioned, I can't shoot. We're going to hit that one again.
Okay. Sounds great. And if you still can't shoot, I'll try it.
Okay. It's more into the breach, so to speak.
Bump.
Bump. All right. Let's have a look at that. So, this being our group roughly here, I still can't shoot. Funny thing, I remembered that I had just mounted the red dot and not sighted it in. So that part of the comparison is a little sus, but as you can see, it's a lot bigger. So that choke is really doing its work. What the choke is not doing, apparently, is reducing the felt recoil, which I wondered about.
All things being equal, that's fairly consistent.
Yeah,
I mean, where the wadding went through, and if you look at this as a spread pattern, I mean, it looks like your shooting's consistent, but I agree that the red dot is off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's a pretty good damn pattern for 10 yards.
That's not
for
bad.
a defensive shotgun.
Oh.
And that is consistent with the results in the initial test. Now we're going to do a subjective test of how it feels to shoot. So I'm going to put up some more targets.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to compare them side by side. Both Joe and I are going to shoot them and see if we can really feel any difference in the recoil. We're not that worried about accuracy, so we're shooting some high brass dove loads. And let's see if we can really detect a difference between the two shotguns. I'm going to start with the slug gun. We are loaded, safety off. I'm going to shoot at the two left turn targets. And that should be it. Okay. 12 gauges, not unpleasant. There we go. And that's 5.
Thoughts?
It was a little nicer shooting the comp gun.
Makes sense.
And I'll talk more about that in a bit.
Okay.
So let's go look at the targets.
Roger that.
So this was the comp shotgun. That dude is suffering.
Let's get a smart, yeah.
And this is the other one, which we know is shooting off to the side. So part of its pattern is over here. But those are both acceptable patterns for the range, certainly.
Absolutely.
Especially for 5 shots on each target. So I don't know where most of the wads from this one went, unless that's one or that's one. Well, we've got 5 wads over here and
3, 4, 5. Yep.
5. Yeah, that's where they went.
There you
Okay, now it's Sergeant Joe's turn.
go. Oh boy.
Sergeant Joe's turn. Proceed when ready.
What could go wrong? Ha, that for starters.
What do you think?
Eh,
It's a 12 gauge pump shotgun, yeah.
it's a 12 gauge pump shotgun.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to compare it to. My Mossberg at home has a recoil suppressing stock.
Right.
So, eh.
All right, and now the compensated gun.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh. There it is.
All right, let's go have a look. Well, here's our targets. What do you think, Joe?
Well, I wasn't seeing a pattern on this one when I fired the first 3. This is the second one with a compensator. So I used Kentucky windage. So we got 3 over, actually 4 over there. And the last one I just kind of faked
Wait a minute. You said this was the one with the red dot.
This had the red dot. They were all hitting over to the left, and I could see that it wasn't filling up.
Yeah,
I shot this one
that's
first.
the red dot thing.
Right.
This is the compensated gun.
Yep.
What do you think of it?
Well,
You
the
said
group is
something about it having less recoil.
less recoil, group's tighter. Definitely. I think it's because of the recoil.
Well, also the group is tight because it's got a choke and the other one doesn't.
Oh, roger that. Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Very
good.
cool.
And again, I faked it on the last one and just kind of.
Yeah, that's shooting way left. I may get if we do much more shooting with that, I'm going to get a tool out and adjust the hell out of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So somehow I failed to hit record for the conclusion of that video. And of course, Joe does not live with me. So I'm just going to do it right now and wing it a little bit. I'm really happy with the results from the POWerPak choke on the short shotgun. It seems effective. It seems more pleasant to shoot. And of course, the choke does choke things. It produces really nice patterns with buckshot at 10 yards, which, it being a home defense shotgun primarily, that's a good thing. Now, about the recoil being less, I have a suspicion that it might be due to the fact that there is effectively 4 inches of less barrel and a consequent loss of velocity, and a loss of velocity means less recoil. Or it may be the effect of the compensator. I can't say for sure. There is some ideas going on, because this is a cuts compensator, which appears to have the same choke as the POWerPak. And it was given to me by a viewer, attached to a short sawed-off section of 12 gauge barrel. And so I have cunningly machined it to fit on a different shotgun. So you may be seeing more of this in the future, and maybe we'll get some more answers about recoil mitigation. You never know. Anyway, I'd like to shout out to my supporters on Patreon. It's very much a shoestring operation. Your contributions help more than you know. Also like to thank channel benefactors, those individuals and businesses who have helped the channel in innumerable ways and really helped make this work. Also like to shout out to Rain City Shooting Center, as always, for providing material support to the channel. So, I hope this finds you well. Stay safe, take care, and I'll talk to you again real soon.